What's going on, guys? This is your boy Astrum Sensei and welcome back to creating an action role-playing game using Unreal Engine 4. So in today's video we are going to be fixing a few things in our game and organizing our code and just tidying things up so that we can add the health next time and the game over screen. And yeah, we're after this we're gonna make it like a full game. Like, it's almost there. The prototype is almost finished. We can start like adding enemies and adding a boss fight, and then we can have like the full prototype with a complete playable level. But yeah, before we do that, my patrons have requested that I organize the project files and the code and add comments on almost everything. And yeah, we are gonna do that. So yeah, in today's video we are mainly gonna be working on the BP base and organizing it and making it look much better and cleaner. So yeah, we are gonna open this. But yeah guys, before we get started, make sure that you like the video and subscribe. And if you want the project files, same as my patrons, make sure to check out my Patreon. And yeah, that's about it. So the first thing we need to do is we need to take a look at the event graph. And yeah, the normal event graph. Over here we have this event tick, which happens like almost every second, and the lock-on rotation is out of it. So this one is telling you like to check the rotation when you are locked on, and yeah, it tells you to check the location of where your enemy is, or where who you're locked onto, where they are, and rotate towards them on the z-axis. So yeah, I'm not sure if there's anything we can do here. Actually, before we get started with the comments, let us organize our variables, because I think it's the most important part right now. It's very messy, and some of them have a category and some don't. So yeah, we are gonna make all of them have a category. So we're going to start with the first one, components. Yeah, these, we don't want to mess with them. They are the components here. So yeah, we don't want to mess with them. Then we have the combat, weapon drawn, attack count, and blocking. Yeah, also these, we're going to be adding to them, but they are placed just fine. We also have movement, which are sprinting, running, crouching, and movement on. So this category, I'm going to rename it combat conditions, and the second one, movement conditions. Here you go. And over here we have a few variables that we have not added to a category. So yeah, we are going to do that now. We have locked onto, that one goes to combat conditions. Locked on also goes to combat conditions. Nearest enemy, same thing. And MVP, I think we are going to create a brand new one for this. What are we going to call it? Okay, we're going to call it, I'm not sure really. Yeah, let's just call it references. I think that's a good name for it. Then we have the hit range. Now these ones with the eyeball over here are the editable variables, and the ones that you can edit from the self component here. So when you are outside and you have this character here, for example, let us select her. Yeah, over here we have this in the details panel we have a few options which are the editable variables. For example, we have lock off distance, hit range, all of that stuff. So we are going to create a brand new category for those. I'm going to call it, what are we going to call it? Okay, what did I call it in my other project? Let me think. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it, I don't know really. For now, I'm going to call it, okay, I really can't remember what to call it. Yeah. I'm just gonna call it stats, I guess. No, not stats. No, that's bad. What are we gonna call it? Okay, we are gonna call it editable for now, while we think of a name, and we can replace it later. So yeah, we have hit range, party number goes there also, but hit range first. Actually no, party number first. We have health points, we are gonna make that editable also, but I think it goes to its own category, which I'm gonna call stats, or even better than stats, character stats. Yeah, like this. And we have is ready, which is in the conditions, yeah, in the movement conditions, I think. We have charging and charged for the charge attacks. We're gonna place them in the combat conditions. And then we also have no release, which is, I'm not sure which one this is. Yeah, I think I didn't use it, so yeah, I'm just gonna delete it. We have the lock off distance, which goes to editable. Yeah, I think I'm gonna rename this to combat. Yeah, combat, I'm not sure. Probably something like combat, not conditions, what's the word? I can't remember. Okay, no problem. We'll fix that later. We have dodging and moving, which are also the movement conditions. So we're gonna make them like this. We're gonna put them in the movement conditions. We have forward axis value and right axis value. Did we use those? I think we did in the previous video. Yeah, for the dodging over here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna put them in the movement conditions also. So just place them there and close it. And now the variables area is very clean, but we have to come up with a name for this category. So instead of editable, I'm gonna call it combat ranges, I guess, or something, because you know we have hit range, lock off distance. Yeah, I think no, ranges isn't good. Preferences, yeah, combat preferences, that's a perfect name. We also want to add a few things here. We're gonna promote several things to variables, so yeah, we are gonna do that now while we are organizing there. But first, let us check out our macros and rename them also. We have the toggle walk and run macro, which, yeah, I think we need to go check out where we're using this. You know, it's been very long, so I can't remember. In the movement graph, definitely. Where is it though? Not the jump, not the crouch, not the sprint, not the toggle. Yeah, it's here. Toggle walk run macro. I'm not sure. Should we rename this? I mean, there shouldn't be an M in here, so since we start off running, I'm gonna call it toggle walk, like this. And of course we have to close up everything here because it's very messy, like this. Then we have the crouch macro. I'm not sure, will we have a problem if we just call it crouch? Yeah, we will. But if we add a space, it shouldn't be a problem, so we're just gonna do that. We have the draw weapon macro, which, yeah. I'm just gonna delete the M. Should there be a problem with that also? No, there's no. Oh, there is, okay. So I'm gonna keep the, no, I'm not gonna keep the M, I'm gonna keep the space after draw weapon. That shouldn't cause a problem with the interface function. And then we have, actually, should we call them all macro? I'm not sure. Yeah, no, there's no need for that. The draw weapon, I don't remember what it does. Okay, we're gonna go over everything, so no problem. We have check draw weapon. Yeah, this one checks if your weapon is drawn, and if it is, then if it isn't, then it draws it. And you know, it leads to this one, so we're just gonna call it draw weapon check. I think that's a better name because they go like under each other and you can just see them. Then we have turn to actor, which turns you to the actor that, you know, whatever actor you want, the target actor. So it's, I think it's named perfectly, but yeah, I'm just gonna put a space between the words just because the other macros have spaces in the words. Then we have change health and death macro. Yeah, this name is a mess, so we are gonna rename that. I'm not sure yet though what we're gonna name it. So yeah, we check the health here, and if it's less than 0, we cast to the character, we cast and lock off. Then we set movement on to be false, then we kill the character, and if the health is more than 0, we do nothing. And you know, this part, yeah, actually, let's not talk more about it. I'm just gonna call it, what should we call it? Check damage. Yeah, just check damage. I think that's a good name. Then we have the ready macro, which is like the best. It really works like a charm. So I think the name's fine. We're not gonna have to mess with it. Then we have the interfaces, which are the combat blind space, the crouching, and we also have a few categories here. Yeah, we're gonna organize those in the interfaces themselves, but if we go to the class settings, I think we don't use the character anims here, so if we just clear a path... No, I'm not sure. Are we really using this? I don't think we are. We use it in the animation blend, in the animation blueprint, but not in the character blueprint. So to be safe, we are gonna save everything, and if it's false, I'll just reopen the project without saving after everything goes downhill. So I'm gonna remove it from here, and if we compile and press play, yeah, there's still no issues whatsoever. So yeah, I think we're good. Do we still die? Yeah, we do. Perfect. Okay. Then we have cleaned up this part also. Inside of the interface, everything's fine. So yeah. We have the functions here. We can't add... Oh, we can. We can add categories for them, but we are not gonna because there are still only 3, I think. Yeah, it's fine. Actually, this one's not here. We don't need it. So I'm just gonna delete it. I think I added it off screen, but yeah, we didn't use it, so we don't need it. Then we have the several graphs that we created, which are like the same as the event graph, but several of them, so that we can keep the project clean. We are gonna organize them one by one, starting with the event graph. Over here is where we set the reference to our animation blueprint. So yeah, we get it from the mesh, and we get the anim instance, and we set it as the anim BP. I'm gonna do the same thing as here, which is add them to their own node. Yeah, I'm just gonna select them and collapse to node, and we are gonna call it get anim BP reference. And I'm also gonna copy the name so that I can add it as a comment. You know, if you guys don't want to add a comment that looks like this, you can go here and press on this one, then do it like this, and that way it adds a small comment. Yeah, it's fine like this. We also want to add an output, because we may want to use the begin play again. So if you want to do it like event begin play, then it does the get, it gets the NMBP reference, and then it does whatever you want it to do next. So yeah, we don't need to add it like this, the comment. And even over here, I'm just gonna copy the name and delete the comment. Come on. Yeah, like this. And then I'm gonna add it like this. I think it's much cleaner like this. And I'm just gonna put them next to each other. Yeah, like this. And this one, we didn't use it yet, so yeah, just place it down there. So yeah, well, that's it with the event graph. Then we're gonna go to the movement graph, which is kind of a mess, but yeah, we're gonna fix that. I think if we collapse most of them into nodes, it wouldn't be a problem. So yeah, we are gonna do that. Actually, before we do that, yeah, before we organize things even more and make them more condensed, we have this dead function that we used a lot of times, and we used it in a branch like this. So we are gonna take this and convert it into a macro that we can reuse over and over again. And yeah, we're just gonna do that just to save space. Like, it would be like just one thing. So I'm just gonna select both of them and collapse to macro. I'm gonna call it check. Yeah, what am I gonna call it? Check if dead or just dead. I'm not sure. Just dead with a question mark. Like this. Same as ready, you have dead. And the only option is the false. So yeah, we don't want to do anything if it's true. So we have the false here, call it false, like this. And if we go back to the, oh my god, these things keep opening so much. I'm just gonna shut them all down. Yeah. We have dead, then ready. So yeah, we check if we are dead, then we check if we are doing something else, and if we aren't, we crouch or do whatever we want. Yeah, for the dead, we are gonna add it to everything. So basically everything that has ready, because you know, you don't want to do anything when you're dead. So over here, yeah, I think it's better to, yeah, we're not going to use it here. We also are not going to use it with the toggle walk, not with this either. And we are not going to use it here. With the jump, we use it. We can't jump when we're dead. And also with the dodging, we are going to use it. So just put it like this. Oh, I didn't need to I didn't copy it. No, not this one, the macro. Then actually let's check if we are dead or alive before we check if we are dodging. You know, it's better if all of them start the same way. So yeah, just if we are ready and we're not dead, then we dodge. No, yeah, like this. And over here, yeah, we're gonna take a look at this later. Let's just start from the start. We have the mouse input and movement input. I'm not sure, should I add them to a node or just keep them like this? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep them like this, or I'm not sure really. Okay, let's go to our combat graph and do the same as it. So we have over here, yeah, we did the light attacks like this. We added this light attack input inside, and I kinda don't like the way it looks over here. So I think I'm gonna get it out and add the rest of it to the node. So just come out here and do it like this, and add the rest like this. And yeah, I think we're gonna do the same thing for the movement graph. So yeah. As you can see, everything still works fine, so no problem with that. I'm just gonna go back to the movement graph, and everything that isn't related to the input is gonna go into its own node. So I'm just gonna select them all while holding Control, and then collapse to node. And what was this called? Movement input. So we're gonna call this node movement input. And one more thing we want to do is over here we have this execute. Yeah, I think we don't need to rename it, these ones. But yeah, the forward and right axis value is perfect, like this. And we can just put them like this. And as you can see, we have like much more space now. Yeah, like this. And we put them like this. And since this one is more than one node, we're going to keep the bigger comment. We're also going to do the same for the mouse input. You know, it's not very necessary for the mouse input because it's only like 2 nodes, but I think it looks better. And you know, it's easier to add, like if we needed to add for more than the mouse, or I'm not sure really. Yeah. No, I don't think we'll need that. So yeah, I think we're good now. But yeah, let's just do it. No problem. I'm just gonna call it mouse input. And over here, we have like these two switched. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pull them up like this using this arrow. And as you can see, they are now properly placed. For the val2, we're gonna have to change the name. Yeah, I'm gonna call it turn axis value, and the other one lookup axis value. Yeah, like this. And you know, these two, they don't need a name, so yeah, we can't just not put a name on this one. I'm not sure why. Yeah, let's just add a dot or something like this. And as you can see, these two are like they are much smaller now. This one not so much, it was actually smaller before, but yeah, it's a good example. I think we made the switching thing, so yeah, you learned that probably. I mean, it's a very beginner friendly thing, but whatever. Then we have the toggle walk, which is a macro. Now, yeah, I'm just gonna not do anything with it, just organize it a little bit to decrease the space. And we can add a comment on this one. We're just gonna clarify that this one is for the event run on in the user, like in the blueprint interface. So we are gonna call it what are we gonna call it? Yeah, reference for, or you know, reference is a bad word for this. Set for BP interface function. And yeah, this one tells you like this is for setting the BP interface function for the walking and running. And yeah, we're gonna condense it a little bit like this. and we're gonna place it here. You know, we can add each two comments in one big comment. We're gonna do it later, not now. But yeah, for now this is fine. Then we have this event disable enable movement, which is for the ready here, as you can see here. But we're not gonna do anything with it yet. So we're gonna focus on the sprinting first. So over here we have this sprinting part. It's a little bit big, so we are gonna collapse it also into a node. I don't think we'll need a macro for this, so a node is fine. So first thing, I'm gonna change the name for this one in the blueprint interface. I'm gonna go to the character actions blueprint interface and rename the, where is it? Yeah, sprint on over here enabled. I'm gonna call it just sprinting with a question mark. And yeah, I think this one clarifies it more. So over here, I'm just gonna replace it like this. And inside of here, we are gonna collapse this into a macro, I think. Yeah, no, we don't need a macro. As I said before, we're just gonna collapse it into a node, and we are gonna call it sprint. Yeah, like this. Actually, we should have collapsed this one with it, so let's just do it, since we're not collapsing it into a macro. So I'm just gonna call it sprint. And yeah, I think it looks fine, but we're gonna change the names for the execute. This one is gonna be called branch. I think the other, the other one is also a branch. So yeah, I'm gonna call it BPI branch, and the other one sprinting branch, or is sprinting branch. So yeah, it tells you like this one is the is sprinting branch, and this one is almost the same but for the BPI. So yeah, we're just gonna condense this also. Yeah, like this. You know, we can add a reroute node to make sure all the lines are straight, if you care about that stuff. Yeah, let's just do it here, no problem. We can just place them over each other. No, it's a bad idea. Yeah, it's fine like this. Or, you know, if we check without them. Yeah, it's fine with them, so let's just keep them. This one needs to be farther back, like this. Yeah, perfect. Now we are gonna go to the next one, which is crouch. Yeah, crouch is fine, I guess, because I want to add like every related things next to each other. For example, walking and sprinting are very close to each other. They are very related. I think crouching goes to the same category. And yeah, no, crouching isn't the same. It's not too similar. It's not about walking. So yeah, it's gonna be just down under them. And we are also gonna bring the jumping. Yeah, let's bring it here. And of course, yeah, like this. And we're just gonna condense the crouching, so we check if we are ready, and if we aren't, we crouch. Like if we are, we crouch. We're just gonna check also if we are dead, so press to check if we are dead, then we check if we are ready, and then we crouch, because we don't want to crouch when we are dead. So yeah, I'm gonna place it like this, more organized than before. And we're also gonna choose, like, do the event thing. So yeah. Also over here, we want to change the names for the variable in the or the condition in the BP interface. So I'm just going to go to the BP interface, and over here, the run on, I'm just going to call it running with a question mark, crouching with a question mark. Yeah, like this. And compile. And of course, we have to replace them like this. Okay, over here we didn't add the question mark for the crouching, so I'm gonna place it like this and compile. I'm not sure, will it have a problem? No, it didn't have a problem, perfect. Then we have the jumping, where we check if we are dead, then we check if we are crouching, and if we aren't, we jump. Yeah, we don't want to jump when we are crouching. Now, what you can do is make it uncrouched, then jump. Yeah, I think we can do that. That's the way they do it usually. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the macro, I think. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna place the macro. Oh, I almost dragged in the entire combat graph. The macro for crouching, and over here, instead of the branch, what we are gonna do is, if we are ready, we are gonna I'm not sure, wait, one moment. If we enter here, yeah, I think we can give it a try, no problem. So we just add an output here and compile, and if we go back to the jumping and try it out like this and hit play, get rid of our enemy. Yeah, like this. And then we crouch and then we jump. Yeah, the problem's back. As you can see, we have an issue with the crouching and the dodging. Now, I'm not sure, do I really need the... do I really need the crouching in my RPG? Most RPGs don't have crouching, but I'm probably gonna keep it. So yeah, this one's a bad idea, I think. What we can do instead is check if we are crouching, and if we are... Yeah, if we're not crouching, we jump, and if we are crouching, then we uncrouch and then jump. So we are gonna set it, like if it's true, we set crouching to false and then we jump. I'm not sure, will it work or not? Let's give it a shot. If we hit play and get away from our enemy, leave us alone, Evil Maria. And then we put back the sword. And then crouch and jump. Yeah, the jumping just doesn't work anymore when we are crouched. Oh wait, okay. I was jumping using the dodge key, so if we hit J... Yeah, very bad. So, what I'm gonna do is... I'm not sure. Oh, over here we have the branch dead. I don't think we're gonna need it anymore. So, yeah, we're just gonna delete it from here. Like this. And compile. And we are also not gonna need this one. Yeah, we're just gonna not jump when we are crouching. Or if we jump while crouching, then we uncrouch, but I honestly can't remember how to do that. I know, very simple, but I can't remember. So over here we have yeah, I'm just gonna add an input. I'm gonna call it uncrouch, and the exec, yeah, it will be an exec, make it upper. And then if we go back here, oh, first we are gonna connect it to the part where we set crouching to be false, and then we uncrouch. Oh, I don't think, oh, okay. Then we're just gonna uncrouch. Let's just copy this and set it to false, then we uncrouch. And to fix that, we're just gonna put it here, like this. And when we give it a try, let's hope it works. Where did we put it? Yeah, here. So I'm gonna go to crouch and uncrouch like this. And then we jump. I think we do it like this. Yeah, it still doesn't work. So this isn't a fixing, we're just organizing things. So I'm just gonna keep it the way it is. I'm gonna go back to my crouch here and delete this entire exec thing. And like execute, not exec. And yeah, we're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. We can fix it easily later, so let's not waste time on it. But yeah, since we're doing this, I think I'm gonna add it to a node. So I'm just gonna select all of them here, and even this part. And right click, collapse nodes. I'm gonna call it jump, or just jumping, since that's taken. And condense the comment like this. Great. We also have this crouching part. Maybe I should have like put this part inside. Yeah, I probably should have. Yeah, I should have. Okay. So I'm gonna start with the crouching. Just select them all and collapse them to a node. I'm gonna call it crouching. Yeah, like this, much cleaner. And yeah, we won't need all of this, so I'm not sure. Should we keep it? Yeah, actually, let's keep it. And I'm gonna undo that to keep it consistent, because I'm not sure. Okay, no, let's not do that. Oh my god, I'm changing my mind so much. I'm just gonna call it crouching here. And I'm gonna add this part to all of them. Yeah, there's no point in keeping that part here. That was very stupid of me. So I'm just gonna expand node, pull them like this, and include this one. And then collapse node, sprint. And what kind of mess happened? Let us check. Yeah, we don't need this, so we're gonna delete it. And we are gonna delete the first two, and then switch up these two like this. And then, yeah, event sprint on, which connects to the output. No, it wasn't like this, it was like this. So just do it like this. And we don't need the output, so just delete it, or, you know, delete this stuff here, like this. And also, oh, we do need the inputs, so we're just gonna add them like this. Perfect. Yeah, we're gonna condense it even more. As you can see, it's much more like cleaner like this. So yeah, that's perfect. We're also gonna do the toggle walk, so just select them all, then collapse nodes. What did we call it? Wait, did we? Yeah, we didn't. Okay. We're gonna call this one walk/run. And as you can see, it's much cleaner like this. Then we have this part for the crouching. We can also make that smaller. And you know, this may take more than one video, like 2, because there is one more thing I want to do, and that is making the animations, whatever animations we're gonna use. Yeah, we're gonna make them editable variables that you can edit very easily. So yeah, we aren't gonna do that now, but it's gonna be very fun in the next video. So I think these need to be a little bit smaller so that they can be the same size. Yeah, like this. And I'm also gonna use this one as a reference and make it smaller. Oh, they are now. Yeah, like this. No. Okay, I ruined it. Yeah, this is great, like this. And we have this set movement on, we don't need it. We are also gonna fix the dodging. Yeah, the dodging, we have a problem with it, so if we hit play and we dodge, it works perfect, but if we dodge and stop walking while dodging, it just dodges in place. And to fix that, we are gonna do more than one thing. The first thing is we are gonna set the max walk speed to be, I don't know, 2000 when we are dodging, so it just increases your speed. As you can see, it's a little bit faster now to dodge, you know, more effective. Because, you know, normal running is like this, and dodging takes you faster. Actually, we may need to be like a little bit faster, like 3000. And if we hit play and try dodging, yeah, I don't think it's making a big difference. So if we go with something like 10,000, is it really making a difference? That's weird, it's really not. So we are gonna make it like 0.5 seconds and give it a try. Yeah, I think the problem was with the delay. It's very small. So instead of 10,000, we're just gonna go with 5,000. Wait, this is 50,000. No, that's like insane. And the delay is gonna be the duration. So yeah, we're gonna work on the variables for everything like in the next video. We're gonna promote everything to an editable variable. Actually, let's just do some of them now. So promote to variable, we're gonna call it, no, this is the walking speed, we don't need it. Okay, yeah, this one. We're gonna promote it to a variable and we're gonna call it dodge duration. And it's gonna be an editable variable, like a public variable, and the category is the combat preferences. And there you go. Now it's much easier to change this part from the outside. You know, if you're working with a team and you have guys who aren't really programmers or, you know, blueprint coders or whatever, you can just use this. And we're just going to select them all and collapse them to a node, which is called dodging or dodge, whatever. Yeah, one more thing we want to fix with the dodge is we're gonna, over here, with the set max walk speed, we are gonna set something else, which is the friction, I guess, or braking. Yeah, braking friction factor, or was it something else? Yeah, let's give it a shot. So we're gonna type in braking friction factor, braking friction factor. And no, we don't want to get it, we want to set it. So we're gonna set braking friction factor, and I'm not sure, is the higher more frictioning, like more frictiony? Let's just give it a shot. So instead of 2, we're gonna go with 6, or, you know, let's just go with something insane like 600 so that we can tell the difference. And if we go here and give dodging a try, yeah, that slowed us down. So I think we're gonna need to go with 0. And if we hit play, you know, there's something wrong now. Is this set to 0? I'm not sure. We ruined something. I'm not sure what it is. No, I don't think it's this one. So instead of trying it here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try it here. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna try it here. So compile and play. Yeah, I think we don't want to mess with this, or, you know, if we make it much smaller, no, it doesn't make a difference. Which one was it? Yeah, it's the ground friction. So if we go with something insane like, I don't know, 100 and compile and hit play, then when we stop, we don't really stop. Oh, we do. Maybe we needed to make it like a little smaller, so 0. Yeah, like this, like it's very slidey. You know, especially like when you suddenly move. But for some reason the sprinting isn't really working, so I'm just gonna go check it very quick. Yeah, there's a problem here, which is like there's no the inputs aren't connected to anything, so we're just gonna connect them to sprinting, true and false, and give it a try. Yeah, it's more icy now, but it needs to be like even smaller than 0, so I'm not sure. Does it work with a minus? So if we go with something like -50, no, it does not work, but yeah, that's no problem. We are also gonna set the acceleration to be, I don't know, 200, and if we compile and play, as you can see, it's harder to move around like this. But the dodging no longer is like, yeah, it's no longer perfect. So I think the acceleration needs to be even bigger than what it normally is. So if we go with 5,000, I guess, or, you know, let's just go with 10,000 and hit play. Yeah, no, this isn't good either. Yeah, the acceleration isn't the one we want to change because it only changes how fast you go to full speed. We are just going to stick with the ground friction. We're going to change it to 0 instead of 8 while we are dodging. So back at the movement graph, we're going to go to the dodge part again. And over here, we are going to set ground friction to be 0. And then we are going to set it again to be the normal value, which is 8. The target will be the same one, so I think I'm going to get a reroute node here and place it like this. And put it like this. And even these two, we can just reroute them. You know, it's much more organized like this. So yeah, I would really advise you to use them. We are also like gonna do most of the stuff in the engine like this, but not in this video because, you know, it would take a lot of time. But I don't want to do it off screen, so yeah. Yeah, I think we are good like this. Also, I don't like this variable, so I'm just gonna not use it for now. Or, you know what, let's just use it, whatever. Yeah, if we go with 50,000 for the max walk speed and give dodging a try, does it really change anything? Yeah, the dodging no longer works for some reason. I'm not sure what it is, but it stopped working when I added this variable, so I'm gonna remove it and give it a try. Yeah, it now works again, but the duration is very small, so we're gonna go with 0.4 for the dodging duration, and if we try it out, yeah, as you can see, like, it's harder to stop moving while dodging now. But, you know, the dodging depends on your how much you're moving, and you can reflect this with the controller. So if you're using like an analog stick or whatever they call it, thumbstick, and you dodge like while walking slightly, it only moves you slightly. And yeah, I think you can use it as a feature or as a glitch. I'm not sure. Is it a glitch really? No, I don't think so. Yeah, it's good. It's the system I want to use. So yeah, that's fine for me. Yeah, we're going to go back to the movement graph. I think we have to end the video before the combat graph and the sound effects graph. The sound effects graph is empty, so that's no problem. But yeah, we're going to go back to the movement graph and finish it up. So over here we have the dodging. We're just going to place it here and comment on it. Dodging, or just dodge, or dodging. Yeah, like this, perfect. Then we have this event disable enable movement, which is, yeah, it's related to the is ready, and you know, it's what disables you from moving when you are when you're doing something else. So I'm not gonna add them to a node. They don't bother me like this. I'm just gonna move them up here next to the movement input, or even under it. Yeah, under it's better. So over here we have the movement stuff. We're gonna comment on them all. I'm gonna call them movement code. Yeah, I think that's a fine name. Like this. And you know, you can expand this and add more stuff to it. Then over here we have the actions, or you know, things you can do. So I'm just gonna call it, I'm gonna add a comment and call it movement actions code. Or, you know, we don't need the code word here, so just movement actions and make it bigger so that they are readable, like this. Yeah, I'm just gonna make it the same size as the one above to make it tidy. And yeah, that's about it. Now we have organized this a little bit more, but we have the nightmare of the combat graph. Actually, no, it's already organized though. So yeah, maybe I should just, you know, do it quickly in this video. So we have this draw weapon. We do the macro, we check if we are dead. We are gonna remove this dead part and add in the dead macro we made earlier. So pressed dead, false, ready, true. Then we draw the weapon and we have this event thing here. So I'm just gonna collapse them all into a node. I'm gonna call it draw weapon, like this. Perfect. And then I'm gonna make it smaller. And yeah, I'm starting to rush because this video is now very long and there's not much to edit. It's just me rambling. So yeah, next we have light attacks. It's perfect like this. So yeah, now the inside isn't so perfect. It's a big mess, so we're not gonna mess with it now. We are gonna organize things even more in the next video. But yeah, this one is very long now and I don't have like, yeah, I don't want to make it like very long, so yeah, I think it's fine like this. Then we have the one for heavy attacks. I'm just gonna make it the same size as the light attacks and place it next to it. We have this draw weapon, then the attacks. We have the attack sway forward. And yeah, this one doesn't like have the it doesn't have an input, so we'll get back to it later. We also have the lock on, which does not have an input, and the hit detection. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna comment on them individually and then place them together in the same comment. So we have the lock on here and these two. And yeah, like this, we're gonna comment. Actually, I'm not sure. Should we do it like this? Yeah, let's not. Let's just not. Because these hit detection 2 should be together always. So yeah, I'm just gonna make it smaller and place the 3 of them next to each other. Like this. By the way, guys, do you want me to add shields to this project? I'm not sure if I should. Like, we have blocking with the sword, but we can add like a second weapon or a shield for the other hand. It's not that hard to do it for me, so I'm not sure. Should I do it? Now we have the node for the blocking, but we didn't add the true to it. So what we are going to do is we are going to disconnect it like this and press here. Then we check inside of it if it's true, but like if we are ready. But before that, we are going to check if we are dead. So we're going to remove the branch and just use the macro. So we check dead, no, then true. Okay, then we go back. And yeah, we are gonna organize everything inside of them. The blocking will be next to the draw weapon. And just make them smaller. Yeah, great. Whatever. Like this. Then we have the hit detection, which is going to be with these two. Now, I'm very bad at coming up with names on the go. So, yeah, I'm not sure what I should do. Like, these 3, they should be called something very smart to clarify that they are things that are like combat properties or values. I'm not sure, really. I think the lock-on should, yeah, it does have an input. So what we are gonna do is we are gonna cut this, then we go back to the combat graph and pull the lock on here next to the blocking, or you know, here, whatever. Then we place it like this. I made the mistake. Oh my god. Okay, no problem. Then if we press, we check if we are dead. No, we don't need this. We are gonna check like this. Much easier like this and smaller. But yeah, inside of it is kind of a mess, so we're gonna get back to it later. For now, this is good. Then we have these two. They are fine the way they are. So over here, yeah, let's not comment on them. We'll just put them like this. And as you can see, much cleaner, much better than before. Next we have the sound effects graph, which is, yeah, I'm not gonna mess with it. One more thing, we didn't use this variable, so we're gonna remove it from the sound effects interface. We are not gonna use it. We don't need to clarify if we are, yeah, we don't need to clarify if we are stepping with the right or left foot. So just remove it like this and compile. If you go back to the BP base, it should be fine like this. And yeah, I think that's about it. If we go back to our game and try it out and check if it still plays well, you can see that it's still the same game. We didn't improve anything, we didn't add anything, but the project files are now much cleaner and much better to work on and much easier, you know. We also added a few things with the dodging. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make it faster. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm gonna fix it like later, not now. But yeah, you can see that it's much cleaner now, and you know, you have the variable categories, the macros are renamed, the movement graph is no longer a mess. Well, it still is. I should have like put more space between them, but yeah, we're not gonna do anything now. And yeah guys, thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, please make sure to subscribe to help me reach my goal of 10,000 subscribers. And if you are subscribed, or even if you're not, like the video and share it and whatever you want to do. And thank you very much for my precious patrons who are supporting this series and this channel. Thank you very much. And yeah guys, I'll see you on the next video. Take care and bye.